So Outcome Memories was supposedly cancelled, but we did get more new stuff in the game today. That includes new characters. So if you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. And let me know what you think. What do you think of this new update of Outcome Memories? And thank you all for the support, honestly. I've been getting a lot of support from the past few weeks. And thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. And honestly, I can't thank you all enough. So big thanks to all of you, everybody. So now on to the video. So a couple of days ago, we did get this Discord message from Sobi in the Outcome Memories Discord saying Outcome Memories is officially cancelled. And everybody was scared because the game was most likely going to be archived or deleted or whatever, which was said in the message. But then later on, we got as a final treat, Outcome Memories will stay open. Which now, as everybody knows, Outcome Memories is still open. Everybody could play it. All your progress is still there. But the big main issue was the fact that we wouldn't get any more updates, no more balances, no more new characters, nothing like that. Just the way how the game was left off is the way how the game will stay. But randomly today in the Discord channel, we did get a blessing from Sobi, which was this one message. Added Supersonic into private servers with the solo that was made as a final thank you and goodbye. Just a caution warning though, it uses this broken version of the camera, so for PC, if you attempt to unlock your mouse, you need to open some random window and then just reopen Roblox's window back. Plus old Shao the Hedgehog to go along with it in newer private servers. Added Fleetway Supersonic into public servers. You may encounter bugs, but I'd rather just not gatekeep him from you guys. So it is official, Fleetway Supersonic is playable right now inside Outcome Memories, as well as Supersonic and the old version of Shadow are playable in private servers. Which then, of course, we did get a tweet from Romeo out of nowhere, said, "A little birdie told me to stay tuned for another OM drop." Which this was shocking. And then we got this message from PR in the Discord channel with "Forget me saying you guys won't see us again. This is the real last time. If you haven't seen it already, we decided to add some of the unfinished stuff to the game. Fleetway to public servers, and Supersonic and Shadow and Legacy Furnace to private servers." So it does mean that it is officially confirmed the Legacy Furnace will be in private servers, which I did check. He wasn't available just yet, but most likely very soon later today. And to continue with the post. We wanted these to be our last parting gifts for the game. We really hope you enjoy them. And like I mentioned earlier, how Furnace isn't out in private servers just yet. So then PR did another post saying, also Legacy decided to take the day off. He will come today. And then Sobi continues with, "You'll be receiving 2 things as a final gift from Romeo and I that goes with Legacy Furnace." So 2 more things are coming in the game, most likely Survivors and Executioners. As well as another bonus post from Sobi saying, "Also yes, I'm looking into Steve Outcome and I believe Sonico if those don't work." And with some people coming to me to play Shadow in public servers, I'll try. So there you have it, everybody. Fleetway Supersonic is now available in Outcome Memories, as well as Supersonic and Shadow, who are available in private servers, which I actually have gameplay going on right now on how all these 3 play. And I will be explaining their moveset right now, starting with Fleetway Supersonic. So Fleetway Supersonic is one of the 2 Executioners that have a health bar. He has 355 health points, and the only way to damage him is through stunning. Stunning deals damage to Fleetway, and if he loses all his health points, he gets chained pulled through the portal, forcing an early end to the round. Survivors are going to be able to see Fleetway's health bar and icons, similar to other survivors, and I actually don't know which other Executioner has a health bar, just let me know on that. I don't know, maybe Furnace might have one, I don't know, just let me know in the comments. So the next ability is actually Flight, which if you click jump twice, then he goes into flight. So when pressing a spacebar in the air, Fleetway is able to levitate and fly around as he pleases, controlled by the user's camera. This ability also lets him use other abilities, making it a good tool for killing survivors. His flight duration is temporary and a bar next to him appears with the number display sitting at 150 to show how long it lasts. The flight bar drains automatically upon being used. Sprinting during that state will drain him much quicker, while attacking will remove 15 points to his flight meter. Now the next main ability is attack, which is on mouse click, which Fleetway Supersonic lunges out his hands, dealing 35 damage. He is able to land a quote-unquote critical hit, in which he flashes yellow upon activation, dealing 44 damage. And then the next ability, which is in the keybind of E, which is Chaos Dash, and it does have a cooldown for around 25 seconds. So Fleetway highlights every survivors with an indicator, and then begins a spin dash regardless if he's flying or not. Buffing his speed by a large amount, should he slam into a survivor, he'll rev up his spin dash more and deal around 15 damage to them. Though this momentarily cancels the movement of his spin dash, he can do this around 2-3 times before it ends entirely. This has a duration of 5 seconds. And you can see this clip right over here. The spin dash is really good. Honestly, this is probably the most broken move in the game. Definitely because Fleetway isn't even balanced in the game right now. They did just release him based on huge fan demand. So yeah, the next move is actually Laser of Destruction, which has a keybind of Q and has the cooldown for 25 seconds. So Fleetway Supersonic instantly fires out a large laser out of his face/eyes, dealing around 20 to 25 damage per second, on contact and giving the burning status effect to anyone that got hit by the laser, draining their health over time. This move lasts as long as the laser is hitting a survivor, and it will be cancelled if none are hit within a certain amount of seconds. Note, Fleetway Supersonic can be stunned during this, however he can't be stunned during the windup. Note that the duration could be 2 to 6 seconds depending on how long you hold Q. This move was planned to receive a rework before release. And this move, I'm going to say, you could see the clip right over here. This move, it may seem like, okay, if it's doing something or not, they could just run away. But the burning effect that stays is really good. Now the next move is Fateful Drain with the keybind of X, and it has a cooldown of 0.3 seconds for the first 3 uses, which is not really finalized, and 30 seconds on successful hit or missed all 3 uses. And basically, if you're to see on the clip right here, it's actually not really much like that. Fleetway Supersonic lunges forward a long distance in the direction of the user's mouse/camera, with a decently large hitbox. If he misses, he can try again 2 more times before sending the move on cooldown. Should he land this attack, he will grab the victim and drain 30 or 40 of the victim's HP, and 16 HP back to himself, sending the move on a 30-second cooldown. Fleetway Supersonic cannot be stunned for the duration of this ability. This ability seems to be bugged currently, as the ability won't heal his HP. This may or may not be fixed. And you can actually see from this clip over here, it does not heal his HP. And when you do the move and you miss, it actually doesn't have a reload time, but it does have a 16-second reload time when you do land the move. So the next and final move is Burst with the keybind of Z and a cooldown of 25 seconds with normal use and 40 seconds used as stun recovery. So Fleetway Supersonic freezes in place whilst floating, charging up an energy ball for a few seconds and then releasing a massive explosion, dealing moderate amount of damage, applying to anyone nearby, while also passively damaging himself 28 damage across 6 seconds. Like Chaos Dash, this ability seems to also highlight all survivors. Uniquely, Fleetway can use this move while stunned to recover from the stun immediately. This will send it on a longer 40-second cooldown, however. This move was planned to receive a rework before release, which it didn't really have much of a rework, it's basically the same thing. And yet again, another heads up for Fleetway Supersonic that I have noticed is that while Fleetway Supersonic does actually have a health bar, the one issue is that the bugs that are included with him is, like, as example, damage wouldn't come out of him sometimes, or, you know, like just stuff like that related to if a move lands or not, if it lands way over than it should have. Like, he has a lot of issues still. Now, onto the private server characters, which are Shadow and Supersonic, starting with Shadow. So Shadow has Gun, which is the keybind of E, and the cooldown is basically none. It's a one-time use move with the 4-second reload and 0.3 second aim. Upon usage, it will allow Shadow to pull out a handgun. This temporarily deactivates the other abilities and replaces them with 2 functions. Aim. Shadow will enter an aiming stance, allowing him to shoot bullets at the Executioner, each pushing them back, and the Executioner gets stunned when the bar next to them fully fills up. Once the magazine runs out of bullets, it lacks the ability to shoot. While exiting aiming, there is a short moment indicated by a red flash where if the Executioner attacks you, you will parry/cancel their attack. This can be done at any time. Reload. Shadow will reload his gun upon usage. He is only able to use this after the magazine is empty, and he can only reload up to 3 times before running out of magazines. Once the gun fully runs out of ammunition, the ability will automatically disable and is replaced with Chaos Snap. Note, this is a permanent for the rest of the round. Now on to Chaos Snap, which has the keybind of E and a cooldown of 20 seconds. Note the ability was not demonstrated or explained well, the description may or may not be fully accurate. Once Shadow runs out of ammunition for his gun and the ability deactivates, he unlocks Chaos Snap, which completely replaces the gun. Upon usage, he will place a warp point to the spot where the cursor is pointing in around 30 stud radius. He will then teleport to that spot, and if the executioner is in range, he'll kick them from behind and stun them for 4 seconds. It also seems like Shadow can escape 2011X's charge ability with Chaos Snap. And based on this video you could see right over here in gameplay that I have, this is how Chaos Snap works. So the next move is Dash Boost, which has the keybind of Q and has a 15-second cooldown. Upon usage, Shadow boosts upward and forward in the direction the camera is facing for a few seconds. It does not have a startup nor delay. It can be used midair, simultaneously being able to be used on the floor. Note that unlike Chaos Snap, however, he can use it prior to equipping his gun. Using this seems to cancel out the flight of 2011X's charge if colliding, and possibly knocks out the executioner back like Cream's dash. And long story short, for Supersonic, like you can see the gameplay here, so Supersonic could fly and does have a meter for it, and you could see that you could do peel out while flying, as well as you could do the drop dash, and the drop dash is the amount of stuns it does, and even he does have a punch, which is with the mouse click. And basically this is everything that Supersonic has. You could see the health bar over here, and yeah, Supersonic is pretty OP, and I'm not surprised why Supersonic is in private servers. But I am surprised how Shadow isn't in public servers. Now, my plan was to show Legacy Furnace, but we didn't get anything yet. He will be released today though, so stay tuned on that. And for the next big 2 things that will be coming alongside Legacy Furnace, my only assumption could possibly be Starved, Legacy Starved, as well as possibly either No More Innocence or Vector as a survivor, which I'm leaning more towards Legacy Starved and Vector, because Vector was pretty well done, and Legacy Starved was planned to come out in private servers alongside Legacy Furnace. So yeah, everybody, that's basically everything for today. I hope y'all liked it, and you know, it's really good that they did add Fleetway in public servers. But the fact that Fleetway is pretty broken, but is pretty fine also, as long as you have like a Eggman and a Blaze and a Knuckles and a Sonic in your team, then you're pretty good. But yeah, I will be making a YouTube short when Furnace does come out, so you guys can check out that showcase I'll make on Furnace. So if you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, and please tell me how y'all think of the video. And until next time, everybody, see y'all.